don't care what anybody says. Montreal owes us a plain old vanilla regulation win at home. I don't care how they do it. They just need to beat the Flames in 60 minutes. I need one that I can feel good about and just like not stress. Can the Montreal Canadiens do it at the Bell Center at home against the Calgary Flames tonight? Let's talk about it.
Well, let's say the name of one of our teammates on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, Slav.
Goalie is skating with the team. He's practicing with the team. In fact, Laine's skating. Newhook's not skating yet, as far as I know. Doc, we need to talk about Doc. But it's a process, man. They're coming back eventually, and you don't know where these pieces are going to fit in this new Montreal Canadiens team. It's exciting in the standings. They're third, I think. Try not to pay too much attention to the standings because it's so tight in the Atlantic that it's stressing me out, man. But in fact, I was correct. 52 points. If they win the game tonight, they're going to be at 54 points in one less game than the Detroit Red Wings. So they will leapfrog them and be in second place. That's good news because the Calgary Flames, they have not been performing well this season. They're stuck near the bottom of the Pacific. The only team below them is the Vancouver Canucks, who are having an even worse time. Man, it's been a bad season for Canadian teams, except for the Canadiens. The Oilers are battling their way back, but I mean, yeah, Pacific's rough. But we got to get into this game. I got to recap it. It's already almost 1:45. Ouch. I still have to edit this video after I'm done recording my dialogue. I do have one last thing to say, though, before we get into the recap. And here it is. Whoa, check out what Slab Sharks are doing. They've just launched Apex Auctions, a 10-day auction format for high-end cards with a 95% payout rate. If you're sitting on premium slabs and want to maximize return without the usual headaches, this might be just right for you. These guys are the gold standard of Canadian card consignment. And honestly, they just make selling cards stupidly easy. Here's how it works. You send in your cards raw or graded, and Slab Sharks handles everything. Photography, listing, shipping, customer service. No hassles, no meeting strangers in a dark parking lot halfway across town. You just sit back and collect your payout. And the best part, their weekly eBay auctions get massive traffic. I'm talking about thousands of eyeballs on your cards every week. More views, more bids, higher final sale prices. They get the best cards too. Check out these recent sales. I see like 20 grails every week. It's nuts. So if you've been thinking about moving your cards, or you've just got a stack sitting around collecting dust, follow my affiliate link in the description, or download the app on your phone and let them turn your collection into cash. Fast, safe, and ridiculously easy. Slab Sharks, Canada's consignment powerhouse. Dive in. Thanks once again to Slab Sharks for sponsoring my videos. If you want to help me out, you can click on that affiliate link in the description. Sign up. It's a free way to help out whiskey. So, on commence avec la formation de départ, if I can find it. Nothing too drastic tonight, but it's good to know who's playing. Nos attaquants, our forwards, Caufield, Suzuki, Texier, Slavkovsky, Kapanen, Demidov, Bolduc, Deneau, Gallagher, Blais, Veleno, Beck. Still no word from Josh Anderson, by the way. I forgot to mention that. No défenseur, our defenseman. Oh, I got a bubble in my throat. Matheson, Dobson, Hutson, Carrier, Xhekaj, Struble, et no gardien, our goaltenders. We got Fowler in net tonight. Dobesh backing them up. Yeah, they're really going through that rotation. It's a 3 goaltender carousel right now. So let's drop the puck on this one. It's the first 10 seconds of the game, and Matheson already has 2 decent shots on net. It feels like Montreal wants to win at home. But on the other side of the sheet, Fowler is having to look sharp too. He does not want to be outdone by Wolf. By the way, Wolf is in net for Calgary. The first string goaltender usually means they'll win, right? Now we see the second line trying to make things happen. Second line has really been a force lately, but I'll let you know before we get to the end of this video, they're not the big topic of conversation in this one. Now we see Caufield getting an unmolested chance near the top of the house, but isn't able to put it past Wolf. And then we see Owen Beck ring one off the crossbar. Holy smokes, he put some heat on this one. Oof, this would have been a nice goal too. He needs one too to keep kind of the heat on himself. Now let's talk about Arber Xhekaj. He's buzzing tonight. It's the first period and he's putting shots on net. Then we see him drive into the zone. and forechecks all the way to retain puck control. Can you imagine seeing this guy barreling toward you against the far boards by the trapezoid? Man, I'd probably lay on the ice. And I'm not done talking about Xhekaj. Before the end of the first period, he's looking 5-hole on Wolf, getting in pretty tight. He's got a bee up his butt this game. He nearly gets an assist later on too. I'll talk about that. Now there's a little bit of a scrum after a late hit, and Struble comes in way too hot and way too late on Hanley. He gets a penalty for this. I didn't really like this penalty. I thought it was a little bit weak, but watching it back now, I feel like, yeah, if the referees wanted to give the Flames an opportunity to get some momentum going, this was probably a pretty good one. But Montreal is playing some tight PK tonight. Honestly, they've been doing great up until this point, and they continue doing great all night in all different strengths, in all different types of opportunities. So they do kill that penalty, and they're off to the dressing room to complain about how they can't solve this friggin' kid Wolf. Come back from break. Fowler is watching some water droplets, keeping himself awake. They drop the puck in the second. Can someone break the ice in the second period here?
Saying about that this morning, but that was really, I can't figure that out. There down low, Texier score!
Ben oui, c'est notre gars, Alexandre Texier. Quel beau tir. Il trouve le fond de le filet. C'est 1-0 pour les Canadiens. 1-0 Montreal. Now we see Phil get his hands stuck in the cookie jar here. Gets called for hooking, but this was not a hooking call. This Calgary kid, I think it's his first game in the NHL. He tucks Phil's stick up into his armpit. Referee must have seen something that nobody else did, but they're going to kill this penalty as well. Calgary, I think, gets 4 power plays tonight, and Canadiens kill every single one? That's right. And not only do they kill this penalty, it gets even better. Phil gets sprung out of the box. They enter the zone in numbers after a quick line change. They get the puck on net. They retain possession. A delayed penalty. Dano wants the puck really bad. He gets it. He gets it to Hutson, who is coming in attacking. I mean, just check it out.
Montreal has it. Penalty coming to Calgary. Hutson scores.
Yeah, Hutson rips it. Amazing sequence here. Great goal. Habs are up 2-0. But let's not stop there.
Patrick, ball down by Kapanen. What a stop, Wolf.
Oliver Kapanen makes it 3-0. 3 unanswered goals by the Canadiens. And this one is totally on Kadri. He can only blame himself for this one, but he wants to blame a missed call. And I'm going to slow this down for you. Everything happens so fast and you miss things. You have to kind of give the officials credit. There's so much going on in this game. It's such a fast game. Things are going to get missed. But if this is all it takes to remove you from the play, yikes. But also there's a lesson here. This can go both ways, right? Maybe he does get this call, and they often do. Phantom calls are called all the time. The thing is, don't take yourself out of the play completely. If he wanted to try for a embellishment here to attract a call, could have went to one knee and kept himself in the play. That's what Suzuki does. The Suzuki will embellish actual penalties. I find, by and large, I'm biased, of course. But if the opponent gets their stick into his skates, into his hands, he'll show that he's being tampered with, but he's not removing himself out of play. Play continues on here, and Kadri gets caught with his pants around his ankles. It's sad that hockey is this way, but like I said, it's too fast for the officials to catch everything. So yeah, embellishing, it's becoming part of the sport, and I don't like it. So the Habs are up 3-0. You feel like Calgary's probably getting pretty discouraged. Can they even find a goal? Can they solve Fowler?
Farabee on with Sherry. Scores!
Oof, yeah, they do solve him. It looks kind of like a harmless shot here, but it does get deflected off of Dobson. I believe Fowler was also screened here. Still, he probably wants to get this one back because it did feel kind of a little bit soft. But at this point, what did he face? I can't see on my screen, but he's already at like 20 shots, and this is the first goal he lets in, I think. He's doing excellent. I also want to compliment Farabee. He had his fingerprints all over this game. He gets rewarded here, but he was definitely doing stuff in this game. Second period ends. We are off to the third period. This period obviously was a lot more eventful than the first period. 4 goals. Also worth mentioning, Texier has that goal and an assist. He just needs to get in a fight, and he's got a Gordie Howe hat trick. Off to the third period. Can the Flames make this interesting? Well, Klapka is making a bid for a goal, but Fowler gets a piece of this and it sails just high. But the Canadiens are going to continue putting a damper on the game for Calgary.
Jack up to the line, Suzuki, over to Caufield, shoots, scores! What a shot!
Caufield makes it 4-1. Montreal will strike again. This was almost a assist for Xhekaj, but they get that extra little pass in there, and Texier gets in on an assist. So it was Texier, Suzuki to Caufield. Perfect shot here by Caufield. Hoping that this is maybe the start to his hot stick getting going again. Now we see the third line trying to get in on the board, in on the action. But I think that they're having problems communicating because the audience is so loud. The crowd is so loud in Montreal at this point. It's even affecting the broadcasters, the announcers.
He wants everyone to be involved, and guys, that's a perfect example right there.
I agree, Sean. So Stefan Robidoux.
So they go from an incredible high to Calgary striking again. Kadri makes it 4-2. 2-on-1 here, odd man rush, and Kadri puts it home. But wait a second. The Canadiens are looking at this one from the bench, and Marty is going to challenge this. He must be confident with what he sees. I didn't realize that this could have been offside. They look at it for like 3 seconds, and they come back, no goal. Back to 4-1. That's got to be discouraging for the Flames. And they give us this shot. Oh man, was this ever offside? How did they not catch this one? You guys know I don't like the coach's challenge, but this particular one kind of flies in the face of my argument. If they're gonna miss stuff like this, yikes. So after that one, they don't bother pulling Wolf. They're discouraged. They're just gonna let this game go to the Habs. And I'm serious this time. This is how the game ends, 4-1. It's literally a regulation game and kind of just a game that Montreal controlled the entire way through. Like I said, good on the PK, good even strength. Not so great on the power play though, actually, come to think of it. No power play goals. They had 2 opportunities. Great game for Fowler. 1 goal on 29 shots ain't not too bad. But Texier brings home the star of the game. He gets the Coyote hat, his first 3-point night in his NHL career. And man, I feel like he's going to have more. He's been phenomenal for the team, really showing some high level of compete. Yeah, I thought that he would be just a guy to fill in, like a kind of a Leno, but it's been different. It's been different with Texier. That's going to do it for me, guys. Like I said, it's getting really late. I need to do just a supplementary video, but we're so cramped with the Olympics coming up, right? Tomorrow they play against the Panthers, and then they only play again on Saturday against the Red Wings. Ooh, that's a big game. That's a 4-point game. So that one could hurt or be incredible. Yeah, I'd want to do a video, maybe another video where we just catch up on some news, because there's something that kind of big happened with Kirby Dach. I alluded to that earlier in the video. He was seen wearing a boot, and like recently, so he must have had some sort of a regression. You remember he was expected back relatively soon, and if he's wearing a boot now, he might have refractured his foot. Who knows? So hopefully we get an update there. You guys know what to do. Like the video; it helps me out with search results or something like that. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I'd love to have you. And as always, I will see you down in the comments.
Bonsoir.